out there and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. And this is the first season matchup for them against Minnesota.
Yeah, we saw how combative yet enjoyable last season's series was. Two very excellent teams going at it.
Yeah, they split their series last year. Both sides have loads of talent. It should be an entertaining meeting again.
Now George. Out to the right wing. Right side, Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped. Cunningham with the ball. Driving in. Pass to Sarr. Inside. Porter with the steal. Outside Butler. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Johnson. Here's Minnesota. And picked 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, Coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his third year and still has plenty of room to grow.
Now here's Porter. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Pass to Porzingis. Now here's George. There's the three. He buries it from 3.
Gets the ball and takes the shot. It's that easy for Paul George.
It's Cunningham with a drive. And Porzingis with the block. It's stolen by Trent. Pass to Johnson. Back to Cunningham. Into the lane. Here's Sarr. Porzingis grabs the board.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
And here's Butler outside.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
Johnson on the wing. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Oklahoma City leading by 3. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Mark Dagnall gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Cunningham. Doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for OKC. Right side, Butler. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Cunningham with the ball. Porzingis picks him up defensively. And here's Cunningham. He's scoreless. Hits a 3-pointer.
Yeah, he can hit that. Nice shot there from Johnson to drop in the triple.
George outside. Outside Porzingis. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Pass to Trent. Here's Cunningham. Here's Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham.
Timeout.
Johnson's got 5.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead it to the score.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Substitution on the court.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Sarr. Outside Johnson. Pass to Shepard. Floats one. And they pick up 2.
Oh, Shepard outsmarted them right there. I mean, going with the floater. Nice.
And here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Here's Shepard with the drive. That one falls. Shepard's gotten his second bucket.
I mean, I love the decision there by Shepard to challenge the lane.
Outside Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. To the inside.
A surprising athlete. Shepard's just 6'3", but he can get up there and stuff it.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Cunningham with the ball. Bamba covering. From deep, Sarr. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Outside Johnson. A minute 42 left in the first quarter. Jackson on the wing. 6 to shoot. George for 3. Miller pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 5. He's off on that one. Johnson with the defensive effort. Here's Shepard. He has 6. The 3-ball. Miller pulls it in. And the Timberwolves with possession. And the call will be against Mo Bamba. That's his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Portis. Oh, it's blocked by Bamba. Outside Johnson. Here's Shepard. Here's Black. And it comes off the front of the rim. Timberwolves trail by 5. Portis outside. Back to Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Johnson.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
The Thunder with another miss. Here's Miller. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
1 quarter in the books. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for the Thunder guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, what I love is the tremendous belief in their bench. They were looking for points, and their reserves delivered.
Yeah, they really trust their depth. They have no problem relying on their bench in crucial situations.
Stan, we've seen a resurgence for Kristaps Porzingis over the last few seasons. What changed?
Well, Brian, he really dug down into the numbers, identifying his best shot profile and really focusing on that. It's helped his efficiency.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
And, Coach, when we get to the playoffs, Jimmy Butler plays his best basketball.
Well, Brian, look, it's tangible. You see his numbers go up in the postseason. Butler's been the #1 option on multiple finals teams. That puts him in rare company.
3 points.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
Pass to Butler. And stolen by Cunningham. To the middle. Shepherd. And he goes in for the dunk.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a bounce.
You see how effective Butler is driving inside. The combination of muscle and athleticism is tough to stop.
Kate Cunningham with the flush.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Oklahoma City foul.
And Kevin Porter picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Thunder, number 13.
Here's Shepherd, averaging around 6 a game. Clock at 6. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. George with the bucket. George has got 8 points.
Yeah, muscling his way for the bucket. George doing what he does best.
And Kevin Porter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Cunningham looking it over. Toppin outside. Fires the 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. It's game 3 of a trifecta at home. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players could learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Here's Porzingis. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. To the paint. Unable to get that one. Oh, great D that time from Portis. Cunningham outside. Six on the shot clock. And that one is stuffed right through.
And Cunningham showing his game extends above the rim.
Outside Porzingis. Pass to Porter. The Thunder with another miss.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
It's Portis, high post. Count that one. Now it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
Cunningham, a 6'6" point guard, built to operate in the pick and roll.
And another miss by Oklahoma City. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 13-4 run. And it's Cade with the finish inside.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So it's Oklahoma City now. 6-point game. Here's Shepard. Kicks it out to Jackson. The three. And Cunningham pulls it down. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. Pass to Shepard. Back to Cunningham. Lets it go from deep. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And it's Shepard missing. Minnesota leading by 6. Now here's Cunningham. He has 6. Down low. Here's Sarr. The rebound by Bamba.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
And it's Shepard missing.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Oh, it's blocked by Bamba. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Thunder trail by 6. George scanning the floor. Here's Shepard. He has 6. To win the drought. Drains the triple. Shepard's got 9.
Well, this is Shepard's shot. The defense can't afford to give him this much separation.
Here's Portis for 3. The Thunder pull it in.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Here's Shepard. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, Shepard's so creative with the ball. He confuses the defenders.
Grant, soft touch, but hard nose. That's Reed Shepard.
Yeah, B.A. His shooting alone makes him a pro. But his tenacity, toughness, and commitment to his overall game give him a chance to make him a star.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Still without a bucket. And that's good. Shepard for 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Bamba. Tries yet again. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Oklahoma City shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Here's Shepard. He has 7. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Mo Bamba. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. That free throw good from Portis. Thunder trail by 4. Now Butler. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Out to the right wing. And here's Shepard for 3.
Oklahoma City foul.
And this is his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. First one falls for him.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Portis.
Both free throws good from Portis.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
That's the end of the first half.
And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Pass to Porzingis. Rebounded by Trent. And so Trent will bring it up for Minnesota. 6-point lead. They host the Pistons after this one. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. Back to George. On the wing, Porter. No made baskets yet. George, no good. The Timberwolves lead by 6. Cunningham outside. To the paint. Shot's good by Sarr. Sarr's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, in the lane there. I mean, that's easy money for Sarr.
George, right side. And George with the jam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Now here's Cunningham. He's got 6. Shot's good by Sarr.
If that jumper can become a consistent option for Sarr, he's going to be a dangerous player in this league.
And here's Butler outside.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
To the inside. Here's Cunningham. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Thunder trail by 9. Outside Porter. Pass to George. Back to Porter. No good on the 3.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Right side, Porzingis. Puts it up. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
There's Cunningham with a three. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Right side, Butler. And here's Porter outside. Drills it from deep. Porter's got his first 3 points of the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Cunningham. He's got 11.
Well, Cunningham, offensively, he can hurt you in so many ways, and he's got it all working tonight.
Timeout, timeout.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Graham.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Now here's Butler. Oh, Jimmy Butler cashing in from distance.
Yeah, Butler with the quick trigger there off the catch. Nicely done.
Trent outside. Pass to Sarr. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Sarr's got 7.
They are shooting the lights out and doing a good job of maintaining this lead.
Outside Butler. Now here's Porter. From the arc. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, incredible range. Porter Jr. can cash you in from distance. He certainly did there.
Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Now here's Porter. 6 points for him. Here's Porzingis. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, that miss was caused by the defense. They were all over him.
Trent outside. Cunningham outside. Pass to Sarr. Uncovered. 6 to shoot. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Sarr's got 9 points now in the second half. Staying the top pick in the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham. He's made major strides the last couple of years, but what have you seen from him?
Well, he's a big guard who can both score and create shots for his teammates. I think this guy is a winner.
Here's Cunningham. Following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Pass to Sarr. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 11 points in the game.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul. The Timberwolves making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Dadier. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Beyond the arc. No luck on that one.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Toppin outside. Pass to Trent. Clock at 6. Cunningham outside. That shot, no good.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Back to Porter. Rebound, Minnesota. 1:19 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Portis. And Kevin Porter picks up the foul. That's his third foul so far. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And Minnesota making a change here. Pass to Portis. Shot clock at 6.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Yeah, another thing, this offense came in aggressive, driving into the lane, forcing the defense to try to adjust. So far, the defense hasn't had enough of an answer.
Jackson can't get it to go.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
It's Portis, high post. Over Bamba. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Dadier's shot is off. Minnesota leading by 15. Dinwiddie goes in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
What a move to get himself open, and then Dinwiddie cans the shot on top of him.
Here's Shepherd. He gets it up. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Timberwolves. And he ends the quarter with a double-double. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And the Timberwolves with possession. A 17-point lead, their biggest. Back to Dinwiddie. Toppin, left side. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Assisted by.
When you have Dinwiddie as a teammate, you have to be ready. Spencer is a tremendous distributor.
Puts the move on. Butler. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Dinwiddie with it. Over to the left wing. Here's Shepherd. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Portis. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Yeah, it's not easy to keep a shot out of Porzingis' reach. He has such long arms.
And Minnesota with some changes. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And Jalen Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Left side, Butler. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves lead by 17. Pass to Sarr. Cunningham outside. Up and over Porter. And it's Cunningham missing. And here are the Thunder now. Here's Porter. And the 17-footer goes down.
Yeah, just one of a few places Porter can hit from. Good use of the mid-range J.
Pass to Johnson. Trent outside. Here's Cunningham. Up and over Porter. And it's Cunningham missing. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And here's Porter outside. Knocks it down from distance. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, after that tough first half, you hoped he'd find his way to bounce back and get things going here in the second.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. To the wing, right side. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. Here's Porter. Pass to George. Porzingis for three. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Out to Portis. Porzingis on the double team. Here's Shepard. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson with it. Now Porter defending. To stop the drought. Off the left rim and out. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. From outside, off the mark.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
And stolen by Porzingis. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Look at Butler finish the break.
Well, he was scuffling with the shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. The Timberwolves lead by 7. And here's Cunningham. Pass to Sarr. From deep. No good on that one. 5 for 9 in the game. Porter from outside. Rebounded by Johnson. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Cunningham, right side. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Butler taking his time here. Lets the three fly. That one doesn't drop.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
And solid pass from Cunningham. He has a good understanding for when the defense has overcommitted.
Outside Butler. Back to Porter. Outside Porzingis. Picked his pocket. Fast break, Minnesota. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul.
Well, the pressure on Cunningham when he came into the league was immense. He's gone through adversity, but he's never stopped working to improve.
Pass to Sarr. Lots of room. And he nails the jumper. And now a 12-point Minnesota lead. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Shepard. Here's Miller. 5 to shoot. To the middle. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Outside Porzingis. Shoots over Sarr. The rebound by Shepard.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Cunningham outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Cunningham's got 12 points in just the second half.
Yeah, and that's a confidence builder for Cunningham. Good to see him getting it done inside.
And George launches it from deep. The long distance three is buried.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Pass to Shepard. Shoots over Jackson. And it's Shepard missing.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
And here's Butler outside. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And here's George from outside the arc. It's good on the putback. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. Cunningham on the wing. Porter with the steal.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Now here's Cunningham. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here.
End of the game.